Now, I could probably just rant about homework this whole lesson or this whole video, but then that will take 2 minutes, and that's exactly what I don't want to do. So, let's get started with today's big debate. Today's topic: homework. Is homework necessary or is it a nuisance? Let's get this started. Let's just start with a little bit of a background. Homework can help maintain grades. Yeah, I'm sure of that. And it also nowadays probably uses the internet-based homework. Like, I don't know, Khan Academy homework, some other website homework, and yeah, all the whole shebang. But then again, there is some of the things that I think it's a nuisance. Nuisance! I'm going all over the internet right now. And it's also probably stressful for teens. And we'll get to that. Some students at my school made a petition for students to sign for no homework when I was 2 years ago, I think. And there were a lot of names, but personally, I signed it. I mean, sure, homework is a nuisance, at least in my opinion. But then lots more have happened over to all that homework things, too. And what I will say about homework is that lots of people might think it is a nuisance for lots of reasons. In my opinion, it is a nuisance, but it's also necessary. Now let's get into some of the stories of the affirmative or pros condition. Well, I guess you could also call it the position, but for this case, I'll just call it pros. Homework makes it hard for students to do something called procrastinate. Delay or postpone action. Put off doing something. It won't be dispatched for so long, so don't procrastinate. Now you know what it means. Also, studies show that homework can improve a student's grades and test scores if regularly assigned homework, and it can also teach students responsibility, and it also gives students some other learning opportunities that are non-classroom based. However, too much homework can stress someone out, which can also, affect their health. Also, not everyone is really good at time management. Let's do that first, and now let's do that first, and now let's keep clicking my pen, and now let's do that priority, and then let's do this project, and then do the plan, and do the... Yeah! I mean, not a lot of people can do that, especially me. I can't really do that in, a quick glance. At least, not yet. Tests! However, if you get more homework and if you do too much and it cuts into your time too much, then you'll probably have little or no time to actually do some socializing. Just ignore that. It also puts some strain on relationships. It's also unfair for families who are unable to provide students with the homework support that they seriously need. Basically, it's unfair for families who don't have internet when they really need internet. To be honest, it's kind of ridiculous. But I guess it's better. Internet-based homework, unless you have internet, and all the people in my class have internet at their home, so obviously they'd be able to do all this homework. They would probably do a lot of things, and they could do all the homework, even if they're online. And that's so much to really say from the people who are going to the school that I'm going. And also, one more thing I should mention is that homework probably is a nuisance and necessary too. Sure, homework, in my opinion, is a nuisance. I agree with the cons or negative position side. It can stress people and it also puts strain on relationships. And that's a bad thing. And also, it kind of prevented me from spending time with this little cute dude who's sleeping. Bad example. And so much has happened since we've been on, and we don't really know who created homework. I'm pretty sure people started doing it with Blackboard slates, and then they just do it, and they come back to the school with Blackboard slate, as long as it's not broken, and also as long as it's you don't rub anything off. Yeah, as long as you do your homework, the teacher's happy. But also then, your parents, teachers, may have learned their ways of math very differently. And then when they try to teach you their way, and then the teacher try to teach you in another way, you'd be like, which one should I use? Well, in my opinion, I kindly use just both of the methods that I was taught. But it turns out the teacher talked about their method first and then just talked about the way that I was taught at home. And usually I just use my home method. It's kind of simpler for me, and also it's easier. One thing I will say before I leave is that what do you think? Well, if you're on the pro side, you would say homework is necessary and it's good for maintaining grades and it's good for your tests. I agree with that. On the con side, though, it's kind of stressful, which I also agree with. It also puts strain on relationship. At least in my case, it does. And also unfair for families that don't have internet. I'm not sure that counts for any of the families in my school, but then, yeah, they can afford the tuition. Beep, 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 beep. Now I thought since we talked a lot about stressful things today, I said I would make you guys relax by looking at pictures of a cat sleeping. So, I hope to see you guys in my next episode, and I'll see you soon. Shine out, peace. Enjoy and have a relaxful evening. Da 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 da.